I'll be pretty confident.
It's just what I didn't want, it really is.
It's another penalty! Oh my word!
My word, what a game of football this has been. What a game of football.
Ladies, gents, boys and girls, welcome back to League of Irish Ball. Me, Seb. I'm heading in tonight for my second time this season to watch Shelbourne versus Linfield in Europe. I can't believe we're at it again tonight, lads. What an occasion for these two clubs. It's massive, not just in terms of footballing terms. We'll see Shelbourne, if they get through, getting into the group stages or the league phase as it now is for the first time ever. Financially for these two, I mean, it can't be underestimated. I think it's €3.8 million that go towards Shelbourne, and then you put that into pounds for Linfield, you're probably looking at around 3.5 million. It cannot be understated how much that'll mean. That, as said before by some of the Shelbourne players, would help them put towards a deposit for their house, which, I mean, that says it all really. It really is all or nothing. There's no second chances. The winner takes it all and the loser goes home with absolutely nothing. I'm heading into Tolka Park now. Before I do, let's just get a little bit of a preview. I'm going to give you a little bit of a preview of both League of Ireland clubs playing in Europe tonight, because for the first time ever, we could have two in the league phase. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share with your pals. Thanks very much, lads. See you in just a second.
With the opportunity of two League of Ireland clubs qualifying for the league phase in a European competition for the first time ever, I'm going to take the opportunity to discuss them both. And first, let's not talk about the game that we're heading to at Tolka Park. Let's talk about the game in Portugal tonight, where Shamrock Rovers take on Santa Clara first. But before we get into the football, I just want to start off with the fantastic news that came from the Bradley household. Josh Bradley rang the bell this week. After 3 years of treatment for cancer, he rang the bell. He's been given the all clear. And I know I speak on behalf of everyone within the League of Ireland family and football in saying what fantastic news that is. So honestly, congratulations. I'm absolutely delighted for the Bradley household. And I'm sure Stephen Bradley will be hoping that some of that joy spreads to his squad who travelled to Portugal tonight. It certainly would have for 120 supporters who are travelling in the chartered flight to Portugal with the squad. A fantastic initiative by the Southsiders. Rovers head into this one as the slight underdogs, I would say. This side finished fourth in the Portuguese league last year, and although they've lost 2 out of 2 in the league this season, they will go into this as slight favourites. But we here in the League of Ireland wish Shamrock Rovers the very best in that tie, and let's hope they make it through to the league phase. So then back to Dublin. I cannot believe we're here again, can you? I mean, it's absolutely incredible. We're here back where it all began for these two in their European adventure. It's Shelbourne versus Linfield at Tolka Park once again for the first leg. But this time, no second chances. It's all or nothing in this tie. Whoever loses these 2 legs will not be playing league phase football in Europe. As we know, a couple of weeks back as well, Shelbourne did come out on top. They won 2-1 on aggregate. They won 1-0 at Tolka Park, Meep over the goal, and then they drew 1-1 away from home. You would say they were the better side over the 2 legs, that's for certain. Creating more, looking sharper. Linfield, they'd only started their pre-season preparations. They looked a bit rusty. They looked like they were lacking that match fitness, that sharpness to get them over the line. Things are going to be slightly different from this time. They've had a few games under their belts. They're now back in their domestic campaign, winning a couple of games already. And they haven't lost a tie in Europe since. They dropped down from the Champions League straight into the Conference League, where if they lost any of those ties, they would have been eliminated. They haven't, and they find themselves in the playoff against Shelbourne. Shelbourne, slightly alternative route, beating Linfield into the next Champions League qualifier, losing to Karabakh, dropping down to Europa League, losing to Riker, which will be a bit of a kick in the teeth for them. They won away from home against all odds, but then at the home tie, now again, a couple of wonder goals in that game, see Riker over the line, but they will feel like they left a little bit out there, Shelbourne, that's for sure. What do I think tonight? Well, I think Linfield are going to come at it a little bit more. I think they're going to be a little bit sharper, but Joey O'Brien's bed his style into this Shelbourne side as well. So both of those factors considered, I think Linfield are going to be a hell of a lot stronger, but I think Shelbourne are going to be stronger again. I fancy Shelbourne tonight, but I fancy them to just sneak over the line 2-1 here. But there's a lot on the line tonight, lads, and as I said, it's all or nothing. So look, let's not waste any more time in the studio. Let's get back to the atmosphere. Let's get back to the goals. Let's get back to the glory. Let's get back to the game. See you in Tolka Park. See you in a second.
You've made it a big one, Jebbo. Doesn't get much bigger than this, does it?
No, it doesn't, no. As I said, last trapdoor, no more trapdoors go through.
No, it doesn't. I mean, a massive game, obviously. You know, it's the second time they've met up now in a different European competition, so it's massive.
No, it doesn't.
I don't think so.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Atmosphere-wise, like I was talking to you before, saying the all-island thing is a little bit immaterial now compared to the last time, because there's so much at stake. 4 million minimum we're talking about to get into this conference league. It's massive, isn't it?
What's the score going to be?
I think it's going to be 2-0 Shelbourne.
End the video, you know him and his predictions.
You have to scream because the atmosphere's already
It started already, as I said, in fairness. It's early doors, but the atmosphere's great the last time as well. But anyway, prediction for me, I've got 2-1 Shelbourne.
I mean, last time I backed Linfield twice. It went wrong twice. Do 2-0 Shels.
I think it'll be tight enough. I think we'll do the 2-1. John Martin and Meeple.
Fair play to you, and do you fancy it over the two legs?
Over the two. Yeah, I think we're a better team. But they're going to be stronger now than into their season. But we're stronger now. A couple of additions. Yeah, I'll be pretty confident.
We're in the tunnel now. They're waiting to come out in the tunnel there. The stage is set here. Tolka Park, these boys are ready. The Linfield lot making their own noise out there. You won't hear them. Not with these boys. Let me tell you that. Here we go, it's red versus blue, it's south versus north, it's the all-island flag. All or nothing. Oh yes. Oh, we got that now. Oh, that's lovely. Big chance.
He's got away with one there, McAvoy, let me tell you, he's got away with one for sure. If he hit the target, that was a goal. performance all game so far, very uninspiring for Shels, I have to say. More like a conversion than a penalty. My word, you got to hit the target at least on penalties. I'm sorry, no excuses there. Very, very poor, very poor. But I don't think they deserve to be winning themselves. That's the truth now.
Tell you what, they are buoyant in that corner. They are buoyant over there, let me tell you. Look for another penalty here, Shels. They want it, they want VAR. Steps up. Time here at Tolka Park, it's Shelbourne 1, Linfield 0. The referee's trying his very best to give Shelbourne a lead. That's a shock, because I'm not too sure they actually deserve it. That's the truth now. I think Shelbourne have been pretty poor so far, to be honest. No penetration, the gap between the midfield and forward line is too much, far too deep. Linfield have been relatively content so far about 8 break.
He's gone! Every coffee's gone!
Let's go!
Introduction to the second half, eh? What a way to introduce yourself, Evan Catherine. That's what they did, I'm on. That's what they did, I'm on here. Yes, what they did on the really is made a game of it here in Linfield now. Yeah, with that lights, hopping over there in that corner now. Yeah, with the lights of this, bringing it back to Belfast and making a game. Oh, he's giving a pen. No, has he? Has he given it? They're celebrating. Premier team up this end tonight. What a game of football this has been. What a game of
has made the difference down his left hand side, I tell you.
It's Shelbourne 3, Linfield 1 in the end. So Shelbourne a bit lucky on the night, to be honest with you. I don't think they played particularly well. I think Caffrey was all the difference. Good decision by Joey O'Brien bringing on Caffrey at half time there. Those runs he was making down that left hand side made all the difference, they really did. I believe Rovers are still winning as well. As thanks very much for tuning in as always. Evan Caffrey, by the way, my man. Thanks very much for tuning in as always. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel, share with your pals. I am hoping my next game will be reverse fixture Belfast and hopefully see Shelbourne out of the line. Thanks very much for tuning in as always. I've been Seb, it's been League of Irish Bowl, and this has been all or nothing. Take care of yourself.